Okay, so in order for us to have an effective telephone communication, there are a lot of phone handling skills to be considered. But for this video, we will not talk about it all because it's way too far and long. So for now, we will just be talking about the tips on how to answer the phone in a professional manner. So these tips are the ones I've learned in my previous job, wherein I was also assigned in handling clients over the phone. Let's start by answering the question, why do we need to answer the phone correctly? Or why do we need to answer the phone in a professional manner? Or should we ask, why do we need these tips? Okay, so we need these tips because we always believe that first impressions are so important. So remember that if a customer had a bad experience over the phone, they may have a negative view in the company that might never change. Second, we need to consider consistent, professional manner, professional standard, professional etiquette over the phone, and for all telephone conversation within companies' existing and potential customers. And lastly, we can also apply this in our daily life. Number 1, prepare a pen and a notepad with you. If your job is more likely specifically answering the phones, always have a pen and a notepad with you. A notepad and an extra planner will do. So in this tip, we are avoiding to use the loose papers kasi you might lose them afterwards. You might misplace it, or somebody might put it in the trash. So why do we need this tip number 1? Of course, you need those things to put down notes from the client or from the caller. It's very risky if you will just memorize it all, especially if it relates to the company or if it is an important message. So and for that, you should take the messages clearly and correct. Number 2, you need to relax and do a correct posture. Well, it is believed by most of the telemarketers and other agents that having correct posture and being relaxed added productivity or improves call productivity. Tip number 3 is answer the phone in 1, 2, 3 rings. You don't want to answer the phone if it's ringing several times. Of course, what's your customers going to think? What's your callers going to think? They might first think that you are not attentive to your customers. Of course, you might experience an upset from your customers. Most of us hate the word waiting. Even us, diba, pag we are the customers, we get easily angry, we get to complain the customer service. Pero totoo naman na it can cause complaint because it takes a large role in customer perception. Okay, so that's why in order to avoid those, company may countermeasures to avoid it. So that is, you should pick up the phone promptly and within 3 rings. Tip number 4 is don't forget to be courteous. Okay, so when we say be courteous, we're talking about being polite, respectful, considerate in manner. That's why greetings should always be present in answering your phone calls. Followed by, of course, don't forget to introduce yourself and the company or department where you are in. Tip number 5 is answer the phone in your non-writing hand. Probably, I might well use your non-writing hand in answering your phone because you will be using your writing hand in taking down notes, diba? Remember the tip number 1. Tip number 6, don't forget to smile. So why do we need to smile? Hindi naman tayo nakikita. We need to smile because when you smile, we present a positive aura. kahit through phone lang yon. And it can also communicate interest to the caller. Lastly, tip number 7, allow the customer to finish or allow the customer to hang up the phone first. Well, that's also one sign of being irrespectful. Okay, so that's all for now. Those are some of the essential things that you might as well consider when answering the phones. So I hope you learned something in this video. So if you do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe on this YouTube channel. Till next video, thank you for watching.